Prior to the Battle of Yavin and the destruction of the first Death Star, Mon Mothma had conceived a plan that involved only 3 people: herself, a Bothan hacker or slicer, and her nephew, Colonel Bercher. Kel was a rebel spy and a nephew of rebel leader Mon Mothma. He eventually became a devoted member of the rebellion and was chosen for a secret mission specifically by Mon Mothma. With the aid of a Bothan slicer, Bercher's name was inserted into the military databases of the Galactic Empire. His new rank within the Empire was to be Colonel, and he was able to smuggle himself into the Imperial ranks shortly before the Battle of Yavin. 2 months after the destruction of the Death Star in the hands of the rebellion during the Battle of Yavin, Bercher was ordered by Emperor Palpatine himself to take over command of Darth Vader's Star Destroyer, the Devastator. Palpatine, in fact, had grown fond of the young male, being quoted as actually saying to Darth Vader, "For someone so young, Kel is quite capable," going as far as to say that Colonel Bercher actually reminded him of a young Vader. Colonel Bercher later briefed a group of TIE Interceptor pilots that were going to fly advanced models. In a later mission, Colonel Bercher was able to ambush a group of X-Wings flown by the rebels who launched proton torpedoes and destroyed 11 interceptors, simply because Kel did not authorize a withdrawal. Instead, he called for evasion pattern Delta Delta Victor. The rebels were able to escape from this ambush. When the Devastator chased the rebels to their next ambush point, Colonel Bercher led the remaining interceptors to face them again. When the rebels launched more torpedoes, Bercher confirmed that they were going to miss the Star Destroyer. Cunning as they were, the rebel fighters actually targeted a fusion generator, which in fact blew up. Kel, at that last moment, realized that the rebels were retreating and ordered his own forces to fall back. He went on to activate his hyperdrive to escape the rendezvous coordinates Beta 1. Even the Devastator escaped, although in parts it was heavily damaged. As you can clearly start to see by now, Colonel Bercher, pretending to be an elite fighter, was sabotaging the Empire any chance he got. Where was Vader at this moment? According to the wishes of Emperor Palpatine himself, Vader ended up being relieved of his status as commander of the primary Imperial fleet and was reissued to overseeing the construction of the second Death Star over Endor. If the question was why Emperor Palpatine did this, well, the reason for this was largely because of his failure to prevent the destruction of the first Death Star at the Battle of Yavin. Not to be outdone, Emperor Palpatine during this time ended up constantly berating and insulting Vader any chance he got. The ultimate insult was giving command over the Devastator to Colonel Colonel Bercher, and in turn confiscating Darth Vader's command over that Star Destroyer. This was the perfect opportunity for Colonel Colonel Bercher, the secret rebel spy, to infiltrate and hack the Devastator for his own wishes. He was in complete control of the Star Destroyer, the Devastator, and as the commander, now he was involved in hunting down the rebel fleet, quote-unquote, personally piloting a TIE fighter to engage these rebel forces. However, in this operation, only 2 other people knew what Colonel Bercher was up to, and that was Mon Mothma and the Bothan Slicer. Bercher was eventually able to track the location of the entire rebel fleet after following the rebel pilot Preeti, who had skirted protocols of making several different hyperspace jumps before returning to the rebel base. In the ensuing attack, Bercher was forced to reveal his double agent status, shutting down his TIE Interceptor squadron and disabling the Devastator entirely. In this slicing or hacking attack by the rebel spy, the Devastator was now left in shambles, and as such the Imperials were forced to abandon the attack while Bercher turned himself over to Mon Mothma. Kel revealed himself as a rebel spy at that moment and was forced to explain his actions to the members of Grey Flight, the rebel X-Wing pilots who he fought beforehand, claiming that he always knew he had a backup plan to shut down weapons control of his forces if he believed that they might kill any rebel pilots. Although Wedge Antilles offered Colonel Bercher a position in the newly formed Rogue Squadron from the remains of Grey Flight, he was forced to decline as he had business back in the Chandrila system. As he departed, he complimented their leader, Leia Organa, claiming that she was a damn fine pilot. Last thing to note, in response to Colonel Bercher's infiltration, Vader embarked on a secret mission to eliminate these hackers or slicers who had placed Colonel Bercher into the system and to purge those who had fallen into his deception. This is what we're going to cover tomorrow, so stay tuned for tomorrow's video as well. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, boys and gals. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you until then.